MS Dhoni has bowled. MS Dhoni has bowled. Why did he need to bowl? He's one of the finest wicket keepers in the world.
Even Rahul
But
Dravid
damn
is
it,
bold.
Rahul Dravid is bowled. Rohit is being sent to the boundary. That's like a sentence of crucifixion. He will now be sent to the gallows, and he's never done it in life. It doesn't work. You've literally handed me a dynamite on a silver platter. I'll take that.
Rinku Singh or Shimran Hetmaya?
Shimran Hetmyer.
Shimran Hetmaya or Tim David?
Shimran Hetmyer.
Shimran Hetmaya or Henrik Klassen? The last one.
Klassen. Klassen. Nobody can beat
Henrik
that man right
Klassen is
now.
the beast.
He's a beast.
Hello, hello, wow. Welcome to each and everyone to the second episode of IPL Mania powered by Cricket Reborn. Well, the last week of IPL 2024, we have seen plenty of events going here and there. And to discuss all of those, I am not alone because I have a special guest alongside me. As usual, joining with us today is none other than he's a sports commentator for Fan Code. He's also covered the India versus West Indies series for Doordarshan. He has covered various tournaments which that included players from elite level to the grassroots level as well. And also he also contributes towards the Royal Challengers Bengaluru website. Joining by my side is none other than Rohit Ganguly for you. Rohita, how are you and how have you been doing?
Yeah, Arijit, I'm fine, and thank you so much for this prolonged intro. I wasn't really expecting that. But thank you. I reckon about this Royal Challengers Bengaluru part, I currently am not really contributing towards them. It's
All
because
right.
of a few personal obligations. But other than that, whatever you said, yes, that's true, and that's very much right. So thank you again. I mean, that's what I can say. It's an honor to be with on this same frame with you as well. And just for people who doesn't know Arijit, he is also a very extensive contributor to not just the field of cricket but the field of sports as well. And I think we have both worked for the same company at one point in time, possibly in different roles. But I reckon that is also. I mean, I've had a chat about you, and believe me, I've got the best of feedback. So yeah, it goes without saying. It's a pleasure for me as well to be on the screen.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you so much. I did expect that the same thing will come back to me as well. But all right, first things first, we'll quickly deep dive into IPL. What is happening? What is happening with various teams? Royal Challengers Bangalore, Chennai Super Kings, KKR, RR, and so on. But before that, I'd like to clarify a few things for everyone watching us. This is not just about conversation because there will be some trivia round as well. We're trying to indulge you in most activities. I'll try to put Rohit in a spot later on by asking a few difficult questions, maybe who knows. And in the end, he's also going to give us his IPL team of the week or team of IPL 2024 so far. Right then, let's get rolling. So first and foremost, Rohit, the first question. I'll start off with the ones who are at the bottom of the table, Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bangalore. What has gone wrong for these two franchises? Played 5 matches, lost 4 of them, won just one.
Well, talking about Delhi Capitals, I reckon in the first place they have somewhat underutilized their talents. Again, you see when an IPL team is being built, it's being built around a core of players, right? So you pick up those core players and then you start creating, like it's like a puzzle. So you have the picture in your mind and then you start throwing in the pieces wherever is missing. I think the likes of Tristan Stubbs, who was taken in and who's actually doing a phenomenal job, he can be a value addition. But if you take a look at Michel Mars, I think he's been very inconsistent. So that is one of the major challenges. Also, on top of that, they wanted to build around Rishabh Pant, which is a very good decision. I mean, like being a fan of Rishabh Pant myself, I would love it. But when it comes from a team perspective, there's much deeper than that. Because you see, Rishabh Pant, again, it was a gamble. Like we weren't exactly sure whether he's going to come back all guns blazing or not. So
Yeah.
if you are trying to build your team around a gamble, there lies the question mark. Also, their batting unit needs to be given a talking to. I don't know what is going wrong. They've got the likes of Saurav Ganguly in their dugout. I think we can expect a lot better. But somehow, I personally believe what is lacking in them is conviction. I mean, the team is more optimistic than being can like than believing in themselves. I mean, when they go out to bat, that body language of themselves that tells a lot. right? So I think that body language is missing, because when that body language starts stooping down, when you have doubts in your capability, I think that is where all the problems lie. So it's not just the team problem. I reckon it's also the management problem. When you are going in the auctions, you go with a particular mindset that these are the players who can fill in the gaps who are out there. And if that isn't happening, then I don't know what to say. I think that is the major problem. They are banking too much on Akshar Patel. You have to understand Akshar Patel can be a very good finisher. But if you ask him to come out and deliver big roles every single day in and out, you can't expect him to score a 60, 50, 55, 40 every single day. No. I mean, there will be occasions where it's special. He walks out to bat, let's say takes a bit of time, and then adds around those crucial 60, 50 runs. But for that, you have to give him the space. Another thing is that vehement shift in momentum. So I think once they get the momentum, it is very important, given the fact that T20 cricket is the fast lane of cricket. You have to understand one thing
Definitely.
very well. That is, once momentum swings your way, if you are not grabbing by its horns, you will never win that match. And that is exactly what's happening to Delhi. They have the momentum in their way, and what they are allowing is they are letting it slip. And there you go, boom, the team's exploding. I won't even say exploding, the team's imploding. That is what is happening. And there's a lack of clarity between the players and the management. I think they are not on the same page. That is what I can talk about Delhi Capitals. Talking about RCB, well, you know very well how I am a big supporter of RCB. I've been connected with them before the season started. I remember having this discussion with one of my buddies out there, and I told him that possibly if I would have been in place of Andy Flower, I would have been brave enough. I know Faf du Plessis has been a very successful captain, but given the fact that we have got three explosive middle order strikers, Cameron Green, Glenn Maxwell, and Will Jacks has been sensational.
He's
I
been
would
sensational.
actually be bold enough. I would rather ask Virat Kohli to step up, take the captaincy armband once again, if needed, or if I'm looking for a future captain, try out Maxi maybe, if possible. But maybe for the moment, at least for a few matches, keep Faf on the sidelines and start with Cameron Green and Virat Kohli up front, because Cameron Green is a player who likes to play in the power play. He's a terrific striker of the ball. But if you ask him to walk out when your team is under pressure, he is caught in two minds, and that is a massive disadvantage. If you ask a batter who knows how to strike the ball mercilessly, you ask him to defend, you ask him to sustain an innings, there are a lot of question marks that follow suit. So I think that is a major challenge. So maybe I reckon that they can try and put Faf on the sidelines for a couple of matches, ask Cameron Green to open the innings with Virat Kohli, because people are pointing fingers at Virat Kohli. Why is he playing so slow? You have to understand, T20 is not a one man game. He will
Exactly.
need support. You see, every team for KKR. So Virat Kohli is single handed now leading the boost. Look at KKR. How many players are there in the race for the orange cap? Everybody is contributing. Look at Rajasthan Royals. Everybody is contributing. I am not saying you come up with a half century every alternate batter, but what I'm saying is get in those 25, 30 odd runs that gets you, that allows Virat Kohli to express himself as well. He's just not there to take the load of the team on his shoulders. He's there to play freely as well. Now, given the fact Faf is falling early, Faf hasn't fired well, that is where it's all going wrong. Also, another decision which I think it went all wrong in the auction itself. You need, particularly when you're playing in India and you're playing all around the country, you need a quality spinner in your side. They went around in the
Yeah,
tournament banking
definitely.
on pace, banking on Mohammad Siraj. So I think if you're banking on Mohammad Siraj, great thing. I love Mohammad Siraj himself. He's a fabulous character and a very energetic character. But this is IPL, this is Indian pitches. You have got shorter boundaries. And once the new ball tends to get old, once the shine is gone, then what follows suit is the batters are a lot more confident. And if they can add around 40 odd runs in the first 4 or 5 overs and they don't lose a wicket, what follows suit is kingdom come for the bowlers. That is exactly what is happening. I believe they are not utilizing Will Jacks. That's the first major problem. Second is the lack of quality spinner. No matter how much you ask Maxi to step up, possibly he will, but you cannot expect a part timer or an all rounder to get the job done for a quality spinner. I think they should have persisted with one more season with Vanindu Hasaranga. Hasaranga still not in the mix, all right, but he would have joined the team eventually. Without a quality spinner, it is very difficult to sustain themselves in the tournament. They will have to make a few bold calls, and I'm pretty sure of that. Reece Topley is a very good addition. They'll have to persist with that, but they will somehow or the other, and I think everybody is pointing at that. Abby de Villiers has pointed at that. We all want to see Will Jacks in action. Will Jacks has been striking at a strike rate of 164, and he's played, and this number has come over a sample size of 1,000 balls. So which means if he
This
has
is
played
consistency.
1,000 balls, yeah, he scored 1640 runs. Why is he not in the side? Because given the fact that they are not getting that support in the middle, so what could have been, I think, even against KKR, it should have been a 200 plus score. Didn't happen. Even in the last match against LSG, it should have been a 200 plus score. Now you can ask me that the way KKR chased it down, I think 200 plus score wouldn't have sufficed. Actually, no, because when you put up 200 plus score, what happens is it's a psychological thing. Those additional 20 runs start playing with your mind. Then you are under the pressure that you have to strike from the ball. You have to strike from ball one, which means that power play will have to be put to good use, and the bowlers have a bit of added momentum. Another important thing is, if you have followed the last three matches of RCB, rather the last so the last match against LSG and the match against KKR, where they batted first. In T20, the 19th and the 20th over is where a batting side takes momentum along with themselves. That allows
Definitely.
the bowler to go ahead and bowl with their tails up, particularly in the power play. But the fact that since RCB is dropping momentum in these overs, that is where it's all going wrong. Particularly if you take a look at this over against an Andre Berger. I mean, that 19th over. It's the 19th over of the innings. You have got Virat Kohli who's set. You've got Cameron Green who can strike. What just
But
happened? Not a single
the
run.
result is something
In
else.
fact, Virat Kohli would have been run out as well. It's just that Lucknow couldn't connect. I mean, apologies. So that is where it's all going wrong. If these things will have to be fixed, it goes without a saying. An overall shift has to come in, and the coach, Andy Flower, he will have to take a few bold decisions. That is possibly why I'm not going to say that I am an ardent supporter of Mike Hessen, but I have seen him doing these technical changes, and it is very important. If you see even WPL as well, the likes of Ekta Bisht didn't get a game. The likes of Kate Cross
Absolutely.
didn't get a game. That is because Luke had a plan in place. Luke know what changes had to be made. That is very important in T20 game. No matter how good, how big of a reputation you come to the side with, you have to be very, very careful about a few changes, and you have to be bold enough. When you are in life's fast lane, you don't drive slow, you will be
You
consumed.
have to drive first. Yeah. Definitely. Very well said, Rohita. And I think you summed it up very well. What's going wrong with Royal Challengers Bengaluru? But again, another like you mentioned about Kate Cross was sitting, but they can make a few amendments, right? One such amendment I believe is Karn Sharma. I know they don't have a quality spinner, but the best spinner that they have, they're not playing him. It's Karn Sharma. He was economical wise, he was not that great last season, but he was picking up the wickets. He can in a stadium of Chinnaswamy. And this is not the same Chinnaswamy track, I believe. It's slightly tacky or maybe too paced. In such conditions, maybe Karan Sharma could be handy. What you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely. And just for people who doesn't know, Karn Sharma isn't just a spinner. He brings in a bit of batting caliber as well.
Exactly.
He's got, I reckon, 700 plus runs in first class cricket. So maybe I think Karan Sharma, like you pointed out, he goes for a few runs. Again, when you're bowling in IPL,
You
going for
can.
runs, I think that's ultimate. You will
Yeah.
go for runs. You have seen bigger names of the sport going for runs, but then
Unwritten Nokia went for 32 in
brutally,
the last over.
being brutally
That was
honest,
crazy.
what matters is wickets. You see, you claim a couple of wickets in those middle overs. That run flow. So, like, let's say, I'll give you an example. It's always better. Uh, so let's say you are going at 100 for no loss till the 12th over. Then the next three overs you just go slow, 30 more runs, which means 130. Then what you have is you have 10 wickets in hand and you have 5 overs. Do you think the score's going to stop beneath 200? No, it's not, because they have lots of batters to follow. But at the same time, 100 from 12 overs and you lose 2 or 3 wickets in between. Then what happens is, first the momentum goes for a toss, a new batter comes in. So, like the way a new batter will strike and like the way a set batter will strike, there's hell and heaven difference. So, I would say it's okay to concede. 40 runs from 4 overs, expensive, yes, but 2 wickets along with that changes the entire dynamics.
Yeah, definitely. And now we'll quickly switch our attention.
And just to add to that, I'm sorry to
Yeah,
I'm sorry
no
to
issue.
interrupt you, Arijit. Just one point for people who believes that going for runs is the ultimate. If somebody goes for runs, that's it. 2016 T20 World Cup, Hardik Pandya conceded 9 runs in the first 3 balls. Everybody thought that's game over, but those 2 wickets in back-to-back balls is what entirely changed the dynamics, and India went on to win the game. So yes, wickets are the key, are the life and blood of an entire T20 game.
Yeah, well said. Definitely, wickets are very important in a game of T20 cricket. Not just T20 cricket, it across any format of the game. But we'll quickly switch our attention towards the Chennai Super Kings transformation in the captaincy from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. The baton has passed to Ruturaj Gaikwad. How do you see the team shaping up under the leadership of Ruturaj Gaikwad? 2 wins, 2 losses.
Again, if somebody believes change of captaincy will be bringing in 14 wins and no losses, it doesn't work like that. New
It
captain,
doesn't.
and you will have to understand, Chennai Super Kings is one of the most successful franchises in IPL. So it isn't just captaincy. I will quote Shakespeare here. Shakespeare once said, "Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown." Ruturaj isn't just taking on captaincy, he's wearing a crown of thorns. He's taken up something from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. That name itself is like what how Russell Crowe told his name in the movie Gladiator, that I am Maximus Decimus, and then would follow suit. So it isn't just MS Dhoni, it is a title that Ruturaj has gained. So for him to go forward and be successful as a captain in terms of winning a trophy or whatever it is, it'll take time, right? But I would say I'm very impressed with what he's done so far, because there are so the best part about CSK is they always try and infuse young guns with experienced campaigners. And I think one particular team that has, other than Mumbai Indians, that has always banked upon young talents has been CSK. Now, somebody may argue, particularly Dhoni detractors, look at Dhoni. They have played with Moeen Ali as well. You're talking about young guns. Two names doesn't define the norm. You have to understand exceptions remain, and MS Dhoni carries a certain weight. So it's very difficult to talk like that, because that is kind of, that's binary. That's 0 or 1. No, cricket isn't 0 or 1. T20 cricket definitely isn't 0 or 1. It's all sorts of zero point 0.5, 0.2, 0.23. So a lot of shades are out there. It's not black and white. I would say Ruturaj Gaikwad has done a good job. He's gelling the team well. You can see that there isn't much rift among the bowlers. Another part about Ruturaj Gaikwad, which I'm very impressed with, you see, it says that in cricket, you will win some, you will lose some. Like the way you're accepting the wins, similarly, you have to bite the bullet as well. And I think he's done a very good job. He's actually accepted the defeats, learned from them, and he's trying to work on them. I think the mark of a true leader is it not about getting undefeated. The mark of a true leader is to understand where you are going wrong and then equally come forward with what can be done right or a possible alternative to get the dynamics changed.
Yeah, very well said. Again, Ruturaj Gaikwad, I think that is one good thing about Ruturaj. He has a calm and composed nature in his attitude. He knows what to speak, where to speak, and what needs to be done. Uh, another change in captaincy that we saw. Actually, plenty of changes this year. From Rohit Sharma to Hardik Pandya, Shubman Gill as a new captain of Gujarat Titans. What are your thoughts on these two? You can go with Hardik Pandya. He was getting booed in even in the home ground, but fortunately, Mumbai Indians opened the winning account in the last game, and it's very usual for Mumbai Indians losing the first few games and then going on to win matches. But only one match they have won so far. I won't speak too far. Uh, what are your views on it?
You have literally handed me a dynamite on a silver platter. I'll take that. Okay, so coming back to Hardik Pandya, I think this is somewhat Mumbai Indians management's fault. It goes without a saying, Rohit Sharma is no longer just a cricketer. He's an emotion in Mumbai. Leading
Without a
your
doubt.
team to 5 IPL titles, of course, you've done a great thing. But people are booing Hardik Pandya. That's so not realistic. That's so not practical. It has to be the management. See, I mean, I will rather say this move actually, Mumbai Indian fans, believe me, I myself am a massive fan of Rohit Sharma. So don't try and hate me for this statement. But I think looking at the future, see, every franchisee builds around the future, right?
Exactly.
So Rohit Sharma possibly has 2 to 3 more years of cricket left in him. Truth be told, and possibly if he
Very true.
wants to extend it, he can, because we have always seen a Tom Brady happening out of nowhere. But then
Definitely.
again, being very honest, going by his physique right now, going by his stamina and whatever endurance he's shown, he has 2 to 3 years of cricket remaining. Hardik Pandya, on the contrary, has quite a few years remaining in the bank. And I think after Rohit Sharma steps down from captaincy, even it is going to be Hardik to lead the Indian side. It's going to be a duel between either Hardik or KL Rahul. Any one will have the captaincy's armband around. So who is it going to be? Nobody knows. But that's how all the roads point to. So, and Hardik Pandya was already a captain of Gujrat Titans. So if you're trading him, it goes without saying he's not just going to come for cash. No player does it. If I am a captain of a side, I will be moving to a new side with the aspirations of leading the team. And it's not that he's new to the side, he's been a part of it before. And you have to
Exactly.
also understand he's led Gujarat Titans to one championship and to another final. And that speaks volumes about his captaincy. So now I think the management could have had better ways of asking Rohit Sharma to possibly announce this. Because if you take a closer look how RCB did it with Virat Kohli, Virat himself said, "All right, I'm done. I've had my shares of the crown. I'll now like to pass it on to someone else." That's how it gets sorted. I think something similar should have come. One major blunder that happened was Mark Boucher going all guns blazing out of nowhere. That interview doesn't make sense. I will be brutally honest. You are saying you're talking about Rohit Sharma in the first place. Talk with respect. That man is an icon. That man is an emotion. That man is a religion now in India. There are fans fighting for him. You can't disrespect him. So, quite obvious, what followed suit was backlash. Now, one particular thing that I would like to point out, Harsha Bhogle has pointed out, Ravichandran Ashwin has pointed out. Similarly, I think all these media outlets, somehow or the other, they have, you see, like in the first match, Rohit was asked to go to the boundary, which he has
Yeah,
never done in his life. But that is cricket.
that is
There are
cricket.
times where
Exactly.
you have to understand that maybe you will need a particular fielder on a particular position. But guess what happened is what media did. They, you see, when he's going all the way along to the boundary, of course, there are a few emotions on the faces. They start highlighting it. Rohit is being sent to the boundary. That's like a sentence of crucifixion. He will now be sent to the gallows, and he's never done it in life. It doesn't work like that. In cricket, you have to step up in whatever way your team needs. MS Dhoni has bowled. MS Dhoni has bowled. Why did he need to bowl? He's one of the finest wicket keepers in the world.
Even Rahul
But
Dravid is bold.
Rahul Dravid is bowled. VVS Lakshman has bowled. Zair Khan, I've seen Zair Khan bowling spin against West Indies. So what do you think? I think this is, see, T20 cricket is all about versatility. There is nothing where it goes like, fine, I won't be doing this. You cannot come with this mindset because that's cricket. You have to be, and I think, believe me, Rohit was all right with that. I don't think he had any harsh feelings towards, because this is not your para cricket. This is not your gully cricket. What, this is my
Exactly.
bat. I am going to do it. No, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't
It
work.
is what the captain, because you have to understand Rohit is also one of the best fielders when it comes to, he may not cover a lot
Exactly.
of ground, but you see long off and long on are very important positions towards the death overs. So you need somebody on whom you can rely on. You need the
Exactly.
safest pair of hands. So no wonder Rohit was there. Then again, the fact that, where people are like, yeah, I think Rohit's face. You look at Rohit's face, how he's playing under Hardik. He's not happy. How do
There
you
is a
decide
crap.
what happiness is like? It doesn't. I want to also see the reaction of these same people. So I'm pretty sure. So already it has been announced by Jay Shah that Rohit is going to be the captain in the T20 World Cup, and it goes without a saying Hardik is also going to be a part of it. What if Rohit
Exactly.
Sharma and Hardik Pandya actually comes together in a partnership and helps India to win a match from almost an impossible situation? Will they still boo these players? No, they are friends. They are all friends. That is all right. And now there are rumors all around that Rohit's going to leave MI or it's going to be. It's something for later. Right now, You cannot boo a player. He's also an India player. He's also a national team player. And everybody takes a fall. We have seen Saurav Ganguly losing captaincy to MS Dhoni. And I was a kid back then. Believe me, I was a Dhoni hater. That is the term. Like, why did he take that away? But now I realize a few moves are critical. In order to protect the future, you have to take decisions that won't go down well. So you just can't be, this is franchisee cricket. You have to be practical. You have to be a cutthroat professional in order to survive in this place. If you're not a cutthroat professional, let me just remind you a few names. Deccan Chargers went with the emotions, are no longer a part of the mix. So let's not get down that alley. You have to be, also Pune Warriors, if you remember, RPSG as well, and
Exactly.
there's another team,
Gujarat. Yeah.
Gujrat Lions, right? So something must have gone wrong. What went wrong? So, and particularly Mumbai Indians, you're questioning Mumbai Indians, five-time champions, goes without a saying. Yes, of course, being a Rohit Sharma fan, even I felt bad that he was taken off the captaincy. But again, Rohit Sharma won't be coming out to captain the team at the age of 100 years. No, right? You have to decide. There's always a change of the baton. You have to, again, I think it's because of the Mumbai Indians management that this became very bumpy. They could have handled it much better. But then again, I think it's a management decision. I am not much of a very management oriented guy, so I can't talk about that. From cricket's perspective, I think, see, Mumbai Indians are a team that can always turn the tide around, and you always have to watch out for them. They have a very good team at their disposal. Most importantly, they are nurturing the youth for India. And I have had
Definitely.
the privilege of commentating in a few of Mumbai Indians players' games recently in the DY Patil T20. I've seen them up close. Terrific players. The likes of, again, a few experienced names, the likes of Anshul Kamboj, the likes of Naman Dheer as well. What stroke play from the guy. Tilak Verma goes without a saying. So,
Without a
very
saying.
talented. But you've got to give them some time in order to gel. New captain, new reign. It won't happen in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. So, that's that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to give time, and also you need to give them the Shubman Gill to build the castle again for Gujarat Titans. Started off well, but again, down the line, it's been a little topsy turvy. They've lost the last two games. Also plagued with a few injuries. David Miller missing out, Ridhiman Saha missing out the last game. No Mohammad Shami. Uh, Without Hardik Pandya, the last game we saw Gujarat Titans falter. After Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill was gone, it just crumbled. So, do you think they were missing someone like a Hardik Pandya at number four?
Hardik Pandya is always a great miss. He's a tremendous all rounder in T20 cricket. So once Hardik is gone, of course, you need somebody good enough to fill that role. Talking about Shubman Gill's captaincy, the guy is a youngster. But again, I think after Kohli and Rohit steps down, and possibly alongside KL Rahul, if somebody is going to do the ripples, it has to be Shubman Gill. But the thing is, again, like I said, not everything becomes overnight. You have to give someone some time to adjust. You've got to give someone some time to learn the ropes. Shubman Gill is very young, very, very young. So you just can't expect him to take over the reins from Hardik Pandya and fire on day one. And David Miller, he's a terrific addition to the side. Without David Miller, I think that is a massive question mark. Prithiman Shah, again, is experience, and I think Prithiman Shah is a juggernaut in IPL. So when it comes to being a juggernaut, you cannot replace Ridhiman Saha. Also, Mohammad Shami, he's certainly a big miss because the kind of form that he was in, I was expecting to see him in IPL. But nonetheless, I think we also have to think about T20 World Cup coming up, so we have to be careful. Another name that I feel has kind of delivered modestly is Rashid Khan. I think we expect slightly better from Rashid
Slightly
Khan
better.
because he is somebody who can change the game. He has not really lived up to the potential. But that being said, again, Gujarat Titans are a champion and a finalist. 2 years in the tournament, already two finals made. You cannot expect them to just fizzle away because of a new captain. Possibly a couple of seasons they may take to get in touch. Also, with the mega auctions coming up, I think a lot of things can happen. But for now, you've just got to be easy and calm with Shubman Gill.
Yeah, very rightly pointed out about Shubman Gill. It takes time to build things, and but again, it's too early to judge because who knows, it might get to build sooner as well under the leadership of Shubman Gill. But again, I'll quickly turn around towards the table toppers: Rajasthan Royals and Kolkata Knight Riders. the Royals really look good, and I think they're one team they are really making a good use of the impact player rule. And second, Kolkata Knight Riders strategically very, very good with Gautam Gambhir back in the hut, Sunil Narayan at the top of the order. Things are firing. Dre Russ is back at his best. Uh, do you see both of them, KKR and RR, playing the finals?
I won't say that they are going to play the finals, but of course they have built a team that is a horse for the long race. But again, yes, talking about Rajasthan Royals in the first place, I think it's not just RR, but most of the teams are now making better use of the impact player rule. Because in the first season, it was more like hitting the panic button. Oh shit, I've lost so many wickets and I need somebody to step up. No, it doesn't work like that. It all comes with a plan. Now all the teams have understood what they want, and I think they are doing a very good job. Rajasthan Royals, particularly, they have been absolutely brilliant. And most importantly, I've said this before, I'm going to say this again. Both the teams are playing very good team games. And when it comes to team games, I think they've done a phenomenal job. Coming to KKR, well, I'll just like to quote, I think all of you must have heard about this podcast called The 22 Yarns. It happens with Gaurav
Yeah,
Kapoor.
go on.
So, there in an episode of Robin Uthappa was out there, and he was asked that who are the two best captains that he's played under. He mentioned MS Dhoni and he mentioned Gautam Gambhir. And when he talked about Gautam Gambhir, he said, it's the clarity that I have. I know what is my role. I know when do I need to go out. I think Gautam Gambhir has just done that. You see, it's almost the same team that KKR went up in the last 3 years, but Sunil Narine didn't perform. Russell was drifting in and out. And I think what Gambhir has done is he's given them the belief. He's told them it's okay. You fail in a couple of matches, I'm not going to change you. You go out there, you deliver. That's it. That's what I want. Russell, he was being floated around. Now a finisher cannot be floated around in the innings. So a role of a finisher is as per the number of overs. The likes of DK, the likes of Russell, they come out with with the mindset, I'll play 30, 24 balls and I'll finish it off. I'll score a 60, 70. I'll play a blitzkrieg. That's it. DK is doing well. Russell is doing well. That clarity is very important. But I think everything else, like other than everything else, what the Gautam Gambhir has done sensationally well is infuse the youngsters and the experience, the likes of Angkrish Raghuvanshi. What a talent! Absolutely brilliant to
Definitely.
watch. I think even later in the tournament, they'll also be getting in the likes of Suhash Sharma. The
So
way
Yash
they are
Sharma
using
is
Harshit,
brilliant.
the way they're using Veva Varora,
Vaibhav
it's
Arora.
just a treat to watch. I think this is exactly what you want to see in T20 cricket. You ask your youngsters, you tell them it's okay if you go for runs, I will still back you. That statement. I'll just quote one of my favorite interviews from I think it's a black mamba. I'm forgetting his name and basketball. Uh, I don't exactly remember. I'm really okay. It's Kobe Bryant. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
Whoever
Kobe
are the fans.
Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. So he said in an interview, is like my father once told me, you score a zero, you score a 60, I will still love you. And that's a powerful statement. But I will go for a 60 because nevertheless put me through the fire. And I think Gautam Gambhir, we know that he's a man with the stick. So he's telling them it's okay. You score a zero, you don't get a wickets, you get thrashed around, you come back to the hut, I'll still love you. But at the end of the day, I want that body language, I want that enthusiasm, I want the commitment and the hunger to show on the field. You show me that, everything else will fall in place. Believe me, that's a statement to say. And when that happens, a player like coming from like when I've done in commentary, I've got the opportunity of interviewing players. They have made it very clear. If my coach, if my captain backs me, I will turn this around. And one of the biggest names in Indian cricket who has actually come out of the backing, that is Virendra Sehwag. Sort of told him, no matter what happens, I will have you in my team. And what followed suit is relentless striking at the opening slot.
Yeah, what followed suit is history because we're in the Shivak, one of the greats of Indian cricket. Uh, and also, who knows, there might be many more greats coming soon and through the IPL as well. Plenty of young guns, plenty of uncapped potentials we have got to see. Angkrish Raghuvanshi, Abhishek Sharma, Vaibhav Arora, Harshit Rana, and so on. Who has impressed you the most?
Very tough question. I would not choose a particular name because everybody has impressed in their own capacity. I'm very impressed by all of them. But one particular name that I would ask everyone to watch out for, and that is Ankush Raghuvanshi. The guy was the
Mhm.
leading run scorer in the Under 19 World Cup. The guy scored 700 plus runs from 9 matches in his initial appearance for CK Naidu Trophy for Mumbai. and it's not easy. The fact that he's from Mumbai, it means the competition is a lot more, and he will have to do better. So I would rather say, and he's got tremendous technique, and the best part about Raghuvanshi is he's fearless. It doesn't matter who's up against. He'll come after you. And that's his USP. I will tell that watch out for him. Rather than that, see Abhishek Sharma, I think he's been a part of IPL, but he's got a
He
very
has
good
been.
striker of the ball. He's got terrific wrist power. I had the opportunity of seeing him up front. I mean, he was at a couple of hands in the DY Patil T20 when I went out for a toss, and I remember him. So you have drills for power hitting, and when he was doing those drills, I saw out of the 6 balls, 3 balls got launched in the stands. I didn't know what to say. All I knew that I had to protect my head at all costs so that I don't get struck. But he's a terrific player. He's a brilliant player. You've got to watch out for him.
So right then, switching on to our next part, and that is the trivia section. I'll try to put Rohit at a spot of bother with a few set of questions. Let's see how things goes on. Well, the first question for you, and that is best captain of IPL 2024 so far, Shubman Gill or Faf du Plessis?
Wow. I'll go with Shubman Gill.
Shubman Gill or Ruturaj Gaikwad?
Tough. I'll go with Ruturaj Gaikwad.
Ruturaj Gaikwad or Shreyas Iyer?
Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer or Rishabh Pant?
Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer or Hardik Pandya?
Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer or Shikhar Dhawan?
Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer or Sanju Samson?
Tough question. I'm not exactly sure whether who's the one steering the force in KKR. If it's Shreyas Iyer and Gautam Gambhir, or it's just Shreyas Iyer. But whatever it is, Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer or KL Rahul?
Iyer.
And the last one, Shreyas Iyer or Pat Cummins?
Iyer again.
Okay, so it's Shreyas Iyer who wins the battle eventually. Right. So the next question, that is best finisher in current modern day T20 cricket. David Miller or Andre Russell?
Okay, when you say modern day cricket, it is only based on IPL, right?
IPL and T20 in general.
Because Andre Russell, again, I'll go for Andre Russell.
Andre Russell or Rinku Singh?
Rinku Singh.
Rinku Singh or MS Dhoni? It's a big comparison.
Overall, if you talk about overall, it's of course MS Dhoni, but Rinku Singh's current form, I would say Rinku Singh. So you have to specify: is it overall or is it just about modern day cricket?
Modern day cricket.
Rinku Singh.
Rinku Singh or Jitesh Sharma?
Rinku Singh.
Rinku Singh or Rahul Tewatia?
Rinku Singh.
Rinku Singh or Shimran Hetmaya?
Shimran Hetmaya.
Shimran Hetmaya or Tim David?
Shimran Hetmaya.
Shimran Hetmaya or Henrik Klaassen? Last one.
Klaassen. Nobody can beat that man right now. He's a beast.
Exactly. Without a doubt, he has that look in his face, written all over his face. Right, the next one, that is, and the last one before we end this session, we will come to the conclusion, and that is the emerging star of the season so far, Harshit Rana or Sameer Rizvi?
Harshit Rana.
Harshit Rana or Angkrish Raghuvanshi? Both from the same team.
Slightly tough. I would go with Harshit Rana because Angkrish Raghuvanshi is still to face pressure. So Harshit Rana has already delivered under it.
That's a good way of judging the people. Nice one. Harshit Rana or Naman Dheer?
Harshit Rana.
Harshit Rana or Vaibhav Arora?
Tough one because again both of them have. Vaibhav Arora was more calculative than Harshit Rana, but that final over against Henrik Klaassen and that too Henrik Klaassen at full bloom, I would go with Rana.
Harshit Rana or Abhishek Poran?
Harshit Rana.
Harshit Rana or Shashank Singh?
Actually,
Shashank
is not an emerging player, but
yeah, he's not an emerging player.
Emerging players in IPL, Shashank Singh. He's a terrific striker. He's actually a juggernaut in domestic cricket as well, for the ones who have followed. And he's also a great leader. So Shashank Singh.
Shashank Singh or Ashutosh Sharma? from the same team,
Shashank Singh.
Punjab Kings. And
Shashank Singh.
the last one, Shashank Singh, or is it Mayank Yadav, clicking 155 plus?
Mayank Yadav. Has to
Uh,
be Mayank Yadav. How can you not pick Mayank Yadav? He's got all the big names. Mayank Yadav.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Rohita, for this. So we come to the conclusion of this session. It was lovely having you. It was lovely having you. Your conversations, the thought process that you built in, that you put into the each and every team, and lastly the trivia session. Hoping for more such sessions with you, and hoping that we both of us and each and everyone, all of us, enjoy this IPL season. It comes once in a year, but it's a festival, isn't it?
Absolutely. Cricket in India is always a festival, and everybody watching this, it's a recommendation from me as well. A loud shout out to Arijit. He's doing a phenomenal work in terms of cricket. So please keep on watching. He's a guy who's also very intricately joined with cricket. He's someone who's very passionate about the game. So if you're not watching this, I would say, and not because of me, of course. I mean that goes like I am just someone in the massive wheel of cricket, but this guy is actually working very extensively. Do support him. Do give him a loud shout out. Phenomenal guy. And all the best to you as well, Arijit. It was a pleasure sharing the screen with you, as I mentioned, and would definitely look forward to more chats like these.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a humbling experience. You're trying to be modest, and let's not forget this guy's achieved a lot and is going to in the near future. All the best to you as well. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
everyone, for joining us.